Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate about wrapper classes in Java. So, let's get started. What exactly are these wrapper classes? So, before I show you what exactly are wrapper classes, we already know about the different primitive data types we have in Java. What are the different primitive data types we have in Java, guys? First, we have byte. Then we have short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. So in Java, we have this primitive data types. Total 8 primitive data types we have in Java. What do I mean by primitive means? Non-object oriented. These are not related to objects, okay? Non-object oriented data types in Java are nothing but the primitive data types. So byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean. These are the these are primitive data types which are non-object oriented. If I ask you a question, is Java 100% object oriented programming language? If I ask this question, what is the answer, guys? Yes or no? The answer is no. Why Java is not 100% object oriented programming language? Because in Java we have non-object oriented concepts like primitive data types. Because of primitive data types, okay, because of primitive data types which are non-object oriented, that's why Java is not 100% object oriented programming language. But if I ask you, is Java object oriented? I'm not asking 100% object oriented. I'm just asking, is Java object oriented programming language? For this question, the answer will be yes. Yes, Java is a object oriented programming language, but not 100%. Why Java is not 100% object-oriented programming language? Because of this primitive data type, which are primitive. Because of this primitive data types, which are non-object oriented. What are the different primitive data types which are non-object oriented in Java? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean are the different primitive data types in Java which are non-object oriented. That's why Java is not 100% object-oriented programming language. Though Java is not 100% object-oriented programming language, but there may be some situations where we have to use these primitive data types in Java which are non-object oriented as, okay, as objects. So Java has a kind of mechanism where we can use these primitive data types as object oriented. How? With the help of something known as wrapper classes. Even though Java is even though Java is not 100% object-oriented programming language because of the primitive data types like byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean, but whenever there is situation in Java where you have to use this primitive non-object-oriented data types as objects, Java has invented something known as wrapper classes. Okay, so wrapper classes wrap the wrap this. Okay, wrapper classes wrap this primitive data types wrap these primitive data types so that we can use them as objects. Okay, so that we can use them as objects. How it is possible for Java to use these primitive data types as objects with the help of these wrapper classes? You see, for every primitive data type in Java we have a wrapper class. For example, first one is byte. Okay, byte primitive data type. For that, byte wrapper class is there, capital B. You see, this is a predefined class in Java, byte. Okay, whenever you have to use this byte primitive data type as object oriented, you go with the byte wrapper class in Java. Now coming to the short primitive data type, we have short wrapper class in Java. Okay, this is a wrapper class, this is a primitive data type. Now for int primitive data type in Java, we have a wrapper class known as integer wrapper class. Now for long, we have long wrapper class. For float, we have float wrapper class. For a double primitive data type, we have double wrapper class. For char, okay, for char, we have character wrapper class in Java. And finally, for boolean, we have boolean wrapper class. For every primitive data type we have in Java, we have an associated wrapper class. Okay, we have an equivalent wrapper class. Whenever the situation comes where you have to use this primitive data type as objects in Java, we go with this wrapper classes. Though Java is not 100% object oriented programming language, but Java is object oriented programming language, guys, because okay, it creates a situation where, okay, if you face a situation where you cannot use this primitive data types as object oriented, okay, then with the help of wrapper classes you can use that, guys. Okay, let me show you practically how, okay, let me show you practically, guys, how to use primitive data types and wrapper classes and all those stuff. For that, I'll create a new package. I'll just name this package as wrapper pack. Under this, I'm going to create a new class. Let's name this class as demo1 class with main method. And inside this, I'm going to create primitive data types. For example, byte a is equal to 5, short b is equal to 10, int c is equal to 15, long d is equal to 25l, then float e is equal to 1.23 f, double f is equal to 3.24, char g is equal to single quotes s, boolean h is equal to true. Like this, I can use a primitive data types, right? Similarly, I can also use a wrapper classes. How to use a wrapper classes? Byte, okay, I is equal to new byte of, we can use like this, guys, generally, new byte of 5. Okay, this is deprecated in the latest versions of Java. This is deprecated. Directly you can write 5 here, not a problem, okay? The older versions we would have created byte I is equal to new byte like that. But for now, we can also use like this, that's okay. Byte I is equal to, this is a class. This is a predefined wrapper class, okay? If you want to use this byte as an object oriented thing in programming, we have to go with this byte wrapper class. Then short j is equal to, let's give something, guys, okay, let's give 35, 40, integer k is equal to long l is equal to, then we have a float wrapper class, float wrapper class, m is equal to, okay, then double n is equal to, okay, then character o is equal to, then boolean p is equal to, like this. I can use wrapper classes also. Similar to the primitive data types, you can also use wrapper classes. Now, not only these, guys, not only this, we can also, say I is equal to, I is equal to a. I can do like this also. You see, here I is a byte. This is the object reference and a is a variable. I'm assigning the data which is stored into the variable a into this I. Here 35 was there, it will be replaced by 5. Now system.out.println, if I print I, you see, 5 will be printed. Originally 35 was there. When I say I is equal to a, here on the right side we have primitive data type variable. On the left side we have the object reference of the class. I is equal to a. The same thing is happening. Okay. Now if I say, uh, let's say C is equal to K. C is equal to K. Here C is a primitive data type variable. K is a object reference of this integer wrapper class. And in this case, what will happen? This reverse also is possible. That is, if I print C, okay, C is equal to K, 45 will be printed. You see, we can interchange, guys, whenever we want to, okay, we can assign the data of the primitive data types into the object references of the wrapper classes, or we can assign the object references of the wrapper classes with the variables of the primitive data types. Both are possible, guys, okay? We can exchange. And you see, In real time, there will be some situations where we have to use these primitive data types as object-oriented types like wrapper classes. For example, there's one topic in Java that is collections. Okay, we have something known as collections framework in Java. According to the collections framework, according to the collections framework, for example, here we have to create an object for this array list. Okay, there is one of the predefined class under the collections framework known as array list. Array list, a list is equal to new array list. Like this, I need to create an object. Now here, beside this array list in Java, if I write less than greater than symbols, if I write int here int if I write, this won't work because collections framework won't accept the primitive data types. So let me copy this and paste into this program. Okay. You see, I will get an error. It is not possible because array list cannot store int primitive data type values. Okay, the array list can only store objects. In this kind of case, instead of using int, I need to use a appropriate thing that can store objects in integer format. So instead of int primitive data type, in this case we have to write integer. Here we have to write integer. Then the error will be gone. Now hover the mouse on this array list and import it from java.util package. You see, array list cannot accept the int primitive data type, you'll get the errors. Here, only integer is allowed. So there are some situations in Java where we cannot use the primitive data types. In such kind of situations, we have to use this wrapper classes. One of such kind of example is collections framework classes. When I create the objects for the collections framework classes like this, they will not accept this int guys. Okay. Here we have to write integer. So here correct one is array list, integer will be accepted because array list will only store the objects. It cannot store the actual normal values. Okay. So here this is correct approach. I'll explain more about the collections framework in the coming sessions guys. Okay. There's a lot of time for me to cover this collections framework at this point of time. Okay. I just want to use this collections framework as an example in Java where there is one of the situation in Java where we cannot use primitive data types. Okay, we have to use relevant wrapper classes. Okay, you see here, I cannot use int. In place of the int, I have to use integer wrapper class. So hope guys you understood what exactly are these wrapper classes in Java. Okay, so so wrapper classes in simple words are the object-oriented types of the primitive data types in Java. Otherwise, okay, in simple words, wrapper classes in simple words are nothing but hence wrapper classes in simple words are nothing but the object oriented, okay, types of primitive data types in Java. Okay, this is what is the conclusion. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.